So have you guys seen Woomer? They're pencil crayons and I think they're watercolor palettes. I've been making the rounds on social media quite a bit, and they are reaching out and they are sending PR to everybody, including little me here. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I've never accepted PR, and I thought this would be an interesting experiment in how it feels to me and how I can work with PR in a way that makes sense. So I am not very proficient with pencil crayons. So I thought rather than reviewing the set or trying to compare it, I'm not an expert on that. So what I want to do is learn how to blend pencil crayons, and that's what this video is going to be about: how to blend pencil crayons, featuring Woomer. So just a super quick unboxing. It came in shipping packaging, which I took out, and then this was wrapped in bubble wrap, and then it has this really cute sleeve. All of their branding has kittens and cats and stuff on it, which I super love because I have cats and I am a cat person. There's a general for reference swatch on the back, and there's no other information inside. So yeah, it looks kind of cute. Really lovely tin. And when you open it up, it comes with a swatch card. So I'll be doing these swatches for fun. Nothing on the back. What I would be looking for personally is, are they fun? Do I enjoy it? Do I like the colors? Is it frustrating for me to use? That kind of thing. So I'm not really an expert, and I'm just using this as an excuse and a jumping off point for learning. So this is going to be fun. So anyway, with that aside, here are the pencil crayons. There's a top row, and I can't, oh my gosh. And there's a bottom row full of 72 beautiful colors. And I'll probably do some swatching off camera throughout the day, just as I take work breaks and stuff like that. And then I'm going to get researching on pencil crayons, and hopefully we can learn something together. Okay, and here are the completed swatches. So sorry about the shading and the shadowing. I am not really very good with pencil crayons. As I mentioned, this is a learning experience for me, which I'm enjoying. So that's the color selection, really pretty colors. I really don't know what to say about them other than, hey, they're pencil crayons and they look kind of cool. So one of the first things I wondered about pencil crayons when I received them was, what would I actually use them for? I've never really considered using pencil crayons very much in my art. I've watched videos of other creators who use them in mixed media and kind of as layering pieces, which I have explored that before. For example, when I did this tutorial from Watercolor Wizardry book, I used pencil crayons to kind of add a little bit more depth and just outline some of my paintings, because I just felt like they were just getting a little bit too lost, and I don't know, they just needed a little pop. So I had a teal pencil crayon on the little flower and the little greenery back here, and I just brought out some of the wood and try to add a little texture that way. And that was like one of my first times incorporating pencil crayons. It was just an experiment on my part, but typically I don't work with them very often. So here is what I've colored so far. I just did a few of these little campers, and I did this crab, and I like that I was able to burnish it quite well just with the pencil crayon itself. And this is my little blue fish. I tried it on the other ink, and I don't know if you can see, but there is some bleeding. It's towards the fin more. Yeah, so there's some bleeding and scratching. So I think that I learned I would use the pencil crayons or pencil crayons in general with a permanent ink, and it won't move as much. I also realized as I was coloring that I probably need to learn some better blending techniques. So that might be what I do next. So my next little adventure with pencil crayons was actually me trying to blend the yellow and the green together, sorry, the yellow and the blue together to make a green, as you can see up there. And I wasn't super successful at it. I'm just not good with that kind of stuff yet. It takes more practice, but it worked okay. And then I had stamped out 4 different versions of the same flower using the Hero Arts permanent black ink. The one that I had already determined prior was probably the one that I wanted to use with pencil crayons going forward because it doesn't smudge, unlike the water-based or the non-waterproof one. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to color in a whole flower, and then each petal, I'm going to try a different blending technique so that I can compare. So that's kind of the point of what I'm doing here. So now I'm done coloring the flower in with 2 different types of pinks to sort of hopefully blend together. And the first thing I'm going to attempt to do is blend it using the white pencil crayon to sort of burnish and see how that goes. And I noticed that I don't know, as expected, it kind of mutes out the color because white pigment goes over top. So then I blend over it again with some of the darker pinks to sort of bring back the life. And I just go back and forth, trying to blend them. And it worked, but I felt like I could do better. And here's a close up of the finished petal. The next technique I decided to try was alcohol as a sort of blending agent. So I sprayed some in this little cup, and I'm using a Q-tip to blend it out with. I found that it moved the pigment around okay, and it wasn't really an issue there, but it also moved the black ink that I had stamped. So I found that it was probably moved too many things, almost working too well in a way. So here I hold a Q-tip closer so that you can see how much it picked up. And I also try to show the petal where the black ink bled quite a lot as well. The blend looks nice, but the black ink got blended with it as well. So I didn't really like that part. The next thing I decided to try was Vaseline. I have this tiny tub of Vaseline in my first aid kit, and I pulled it out and stole it from my crafting supplies. And it's a little off camera here, but I was just holding it and getting a little goop, putting it in my little tray that I had there, so I had something to work with, but keeping the Vaseline hygienic. Um, and then I go in there from the goop that I had put on the little tray there, and I start working it into the flower petal. And I found it did a really, really great job. And I was quite surprised by how good of a job it did. I also was very surprised to see or find afterwards that it didn't feel greasy when I touched it after the fact, and it dried. I also went in after the fact and did some layers with some pencil crayons over top of the Vaseline, and I had no issues layering as well. So it turned out that using Vaseline to blend out your pencil crayons is excellent, and I highly recommend it. I was so happy with the results of using the Vaseline that on a whim, I grabbed this product called Distress Glaze. It's supposed to be a product that you put over top as like a finishing product for like alcohol inks and such like that, so that you could seal in your work. And I thought, oh, it has a very similar texture as Vaseline. Maybe it would work. And it did work. It did the job, but I still felt that Vaseline did a better job. And I noted that afterwards, the Distress Glaze still had a sticky, tacky texture on top. And whereas the Vaseline just felt a lot smoother when it was complete. And I felt that the Distress Glaze picked up more of the pigment than Vaseline did as well. So you can even see it a little bit on the Q-tip when I set it down, how red it is from the Distress Glaze picking up the pigment. Although when I went in with the pencil crayons, they did layer over top of it again, no problem. It's just that I just felt like a lot of pigment got picked up by the Distress Glaze, and then the Distress Glaze didn't dry quite as nicely as the Vaseline. So the Vaseline, in my opinion, was the winner.
So I wanted to wrap where I left off with my coloring and just my exploration and say that this leaf here, this petal here, I used alcohol, 75% alcohol, and I noted a lot of bleeding of my ink for one, and it just didn't really move the pencil the way I was hoping to. This one I tried to burnish with a white pencil crayon, and I noticed that it kind of made it milkier. I mean, that's kind of logical. And it was okay. This one I used the Distress Glaze, and I noticed when I touch it, sorry, my finger's in the way, but when I touch it, that I can feel the texture of it, and it took some time to dry. And it moved it reasonably well and blended it reasonably well, but the clear winner for me was actually the Vaseline. Between the two, the glaze and the Vaseline, I was able to use the Vaseline. I think it did a really nice job. Plus, it's very affordable. I just happen to have it in my medicine cabinet. And I was able to go over it with a pencil crayon as well. So I really like the technique of blending out pencil crayons with Vaseline.
So this was my adventure in pencil crayons this week. I learned a lot. I was able to swatch the entire set that Woomer had sent me, and I'm very appreciative of this as an inspiration point of like, hey, I don't really use pencil crayons very much, so let's try some techniques to see how that feels and if I like them. I quite enjoyed it. I like that there's a big tin. I found that this little plastic part, the black part, was a little bit flimsy, but otherwise everything was well constructed. The pencil crayons seem really nice. As I mentioned, I don't think I'm an authority to give a criticism, or not criticism, but like a feedback on if this, like where they land in the spectrum of pencil crayons. However, as a user, I thought they were lovely. I enjoyed it. I thought they were soft, and I didn't seem to have too much issues blending them. Plus, I really liked the color selection. There's really pretty colors, and I think that's a lot of fun. And it gave me the opportunity to ask myself, how would I want to use pencil crayons in my art? And I can imagine myself in the future working with stamps and using it with stamps, in particular with some of my blending techniques that I had learned how to do earlier, and making my own ephemera. So this was a fun adventure, and I'm really grateful that I had the opportunity to dive in. My previous experience with pencil crayons was pretty limited, and I've tried off and on to mix them in with watercolor, and I don't really know how to use them, so I'm going to keep playing around with that. If you have any tips or advice on how you like to incorporate pencil crayons into your artwork, I would love to hear it. Any resources, that would be wonderful, because I think it's fun to explore, to try new things and explore new mediums. So this has been a lot of fun for me to play with. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.